You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this: never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
All that time it was Shortcut that was poisoned.
They were both poisoned. I've spent years building up an immunity.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. Do you know that there was an assassination attempt on President Trump whilst he was president, and there has now been an arrest? A foreigner, a Canadian, tried to mail Donald Trump ricin, a very poisonous substance, and now that person is looking at the rest of her life in prison. Canadian woman pleads guilty to poisoning Donald Trump, trying to poison Donald Trump with ricin. A Canadian woman pled guilty to biological weapons charges after sending former President Donald Trump a ricin-laced letter. The envelope was intercepted in September 2020. That's when Donald Trump was president. Before being delivered to the White House, the FBI found fingerprints of Pascal Ferrier, 55, on the letter, which urged Mr. Trump to drop out of the presidential race and then tried to kill him, presumably. Ferrier is expected to be sentenced on April to 22 years in prison. There is no place for political violence in the country, no excuse for threatening a public official or endangering public servants, the U.S. Washington attorney said in the statement. Ferrier, a dual citizen of France and Canada, so not an American, France and Canada, was arrested crossing the border on September 2020. She was carrying a gun, knife, and rounds of ammunition. Wow, radical leftist, goodness gracious. She later admitted to making the ricin, a poison made from the waste material left over from castor bean processing, at her Quebec home. So she made the terrorist substance in Canada and then shipped it to our president. She placed the toxin into an envelope containing a letter she wrote to the former president. "I found a new name for you, the ugly tyrant clown," she wrote, the left camp meme. In the letter, Mr. Trump, according to the FBI charging documents, she mailed similarly tainted letters to other law enforcement agents. She was detained. She's obviously a complete regular freak. There's no known antidote to ricin. Depending on the dose, it can cause death within 36 to 72 hours, according to the U.S. Center for Disease Control. In 2014, a Mississippi man was sentenced to 25 years after sending ricin-laced letters to Obama and other officials. Ladies and gentlemen, the breaking news.
A woman has pleaded guilty to sending letters containing poison to then President Trump. Pascal Cécile Véronique Ferrier sent the threatening letters containing homemade ricin in September 2020 to Trump, as well as 8 Texas law enforcement officials. Sentencing is set for April 26th. Ferrier faces more than 21 years in prison if the court accepts her plea agreement.
Why do they always look like that? They always look like that, and they're always mentally disturbed. Don't you think for a second, however, that this is a lone incident of this happening? There's actually been multiple attempts on Donald Trump's life whilst he was president and while he was a candidate. 2016 Las Vegas rally incident, and June 18th, 2016, Trump was giving a speech at Treasure Island Hotel when, as part of his presidential campaign, during the speech, Michael Stevenson Stanford, a British man, attempted to grab a police officer's pistol. The officer subdued Stanford and he was arrested. In 2016, again, while Donald Trump was running for president, whilst he was running for president on November 5th, goodness, days before the presidential election, Trump was speaking in Reno, Nevada. A man in the crowd screamed "gun," causing Trump to be rushed off stage by security, the man to be tackled by the surrounding members of the crowd. The man identified as 35-year-old Austin Daniel. He was subdued by Secret Service and searched to find that he was unarmed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like when Donald Trump is surrounded by Secret Service on stage. This happened at an Ohio rally where Secret Service got a scare from a man yelling in the audience.
Go back home to the mommy. Go back home. Go back home. Go back home. Dallas is 15 years old. What's going on here? What's going on? I take him back home to the mom. She'll lock him in his bedroom. So folks, here's what happens. I will call up Karen. for president. I guess I have to do it myself. I know it's not.
Scary moment. Donald Trump surrounded by Secret Service security there. I'm actually unsure if that is official Secret Service. I think that might have been Donald Trump's private security, because Donald Trump wasn't the nominee at the time. I think this was a political rally. Trump wasn't the nominee. But then Trump, very alpha move, continues to give his speech. There was a USA chant.
Thank you for the warning. I was ready for him, but it's much easier if the cops do it. Don't worry.
It's much easier if the cops do it. Okay, so Donald Trump security failures or scares. A 2007 forklift attempt on November 6, 2017 in Madian, North Dakota. 42-year-old Gregory Lee Lensang stole a forklift from an oil refinery and attempted to drive towards the presidential motorcade while Trump was visiting a rally of public support. After the forklift became jammed within the refinery, he fled on foot and was arrested. So he tried to ram the presidential motorcade with a forklift. October 1st, 2018, an envelope laced with ricin was sent to Trump before being discovered at a mailing facility. Several other letters were also mailed. 2 days later, a 39-year-old Utah Navy veteran named William Clyde Allen was charged. And then this 2020 ricin attempt. So there's another ricin attempt on Donald Trump's life. Here's Allen's charging release. This from the Department of Justice. Allen charged in 7-count federal indictment with threat to use biological toxin as a weapon. Grand jury found that William Clyde Allen, 39, of Logan, Utah, in connection with ricin-related threats. The indictment alleges that he knowingly threatened to use biological agent and toxin, specifically ricin, as a weapon. The indictment also challenges Allen with 1 count of mailing a threat against a president and 5 pounds of mailing communications to an officer or employee of the United States government. So hopefully this guy's locked up forever. Maximum penalty is life in prison. So, okay, let's hope for the best there. Ladies and gentlemen, though, this is indeed the face of leftist radicalism and violence. We hear a lot about the right-wing violent extremists. But here, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the sunken eyes and the depressed soul and the craven violence of the left, a party that is utterly unhinged from reality. We can't even show you the times when they've written articles fantasizing and fetishizing about Donald Trump's assassination. There have been movies about Donald Trump's assassination made. There were rap videos. Snoop Dogg made one where Donald Trump is shot with a fake prop gun, but a pantomime Trump is shot. These people are deeply, deeply disturbed and completely mentally ill, as is evidenced by any time that they gather together for video cameras. Watch.
If you don't play into the trans agenda, you're cast out as a bully.
What a peaceful, beautiful worldview to have. What a peaceful, beautiful party to be a part of. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing on display from the modern day left, and the reason why you don't hear articles or stories like this about Donald Trump's assassination attempts is because, well, the left has gone full fascistic. Fascist is defined as the government fusing with private corporations in order to control you. Every element of your life can be controlled either by the corporations that you work for or provide you services, or the government that you work for and provide you services and pay taxes to. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what the modern left believes in. They believe that in full control over your life and the exercising of that control. That is why every time they have power and you try and take it from them is a threat to democracy. And every single time you get power, democracy is over, right? That's just fascism defined. These people can't function because they are mentally unstable and they need Jesus. They need major help, ladies and gentlemen. So we hope to give it to them by removing them from power legally and peacefully, and hopefully putting the most violent among them, Antifa members, crazed foreigners who try and kill our president, put those people in jail. Should have been the biggest story in the country. It's not. But them's just the breaks, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you fight an uphill battle. We love fighting with you. America's still the best country in the world. We want to preserve it and save it. And so we say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Keep memeing, keep fighting, and keep questioning the narratives that are set for you. We are fighting right alongside with you. My name is Benny Johnson. See ya. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears, they taste just like sweet, delicious ice cream. Salty, too. We ridicule the establishment and the libs because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you like what you saw, please punch the subscribe button, click like, and ring the little bell so that you know when we're live. Don't you want to know when we're live? And make sure that you subscribe to our email list just in case the plug gets pulled, as tends to happen. If you want to see more of our videos, click here or here. My name is Benny Johnson. Stay free, Base Patriots.